God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Love is my source, love is my power, love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Joy is my source, joy is my power, joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Peace is my source, peace is my power, peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Peace gives me everything I need. God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need.
We have Valerie Vampola with us today. Thank you, Valerie. So welcome to Center for Spiritual Living, Northern Colorado. My name is Reverend Lee Alvarado, for those that don't know me. And hello, hello. Turn it on. I'm hearing, okay. We have a new system here. I may need your help weekday.
Sorry.
We good? Okay. Hello again. Hello again. So glad that you're all here. So welcome to our beloved center. I see some new faces and people I know and love, and just so glad you're all here today. And welcome to those online. Thank you for joining us and for being with us online as well. So we are a community that is committed to living from love, celebrating our oneness and supporting one another on our spiritual path. You know that thing called spiritual path? Yeah. We're all right there doing it together. And so may today offer exactly what your heart needs, whatever that may be. You're in the right spot. All right, so we're going to invite our kiddos up, and they're going to do a little song. So if you're comfortable coming on up. Hello, Nora. Hello, hello.
There is, so I am part of God. I know there's lots of good for me and everybody else. I'm thankful and grateful for everything we have. So I let go of this prayer, and so it is. God is everything there is, so I am part of God. I know there's lots of good for me and everybody else. I'm thankful and grateful for everything we have. So I let go of this prayer, and so it is.
So Brooke, our wonderful youth director, has a few words to share with you all.
Hello, hi, I'm Brooke. I'm the community leader here with CSL NOCO. And I have a question. I'll speak louder.
Yeah, she's getting you a mic. That'll help.
Wanted to see if any of you needed a little bit more fun in your life. Right? Yes? So we're looking for volunteers to play with our youth on Sunday mornings. You'd be working with me, and there is no experience necessary. You just need to come and have fun and enjoy and play with some of our kiddos. So if you are interested, you can come see me after service. Thanks.
Thanks, Brooke. Yeah. Have fun, having fun. All right, so let's just all take a deep breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Just releasing the busyness of this morning, getting here. I don't know about you, but my heart's a little heavy with what's happening in our world, in Iran, in Israel. So let's just take a deep breath. Just dropping into your heart. And just feeling the light that is there within your heart. That spark of divine light that has never left you. It has always been there. No matter where you go, no matter what you are doing, it is always there, as close as your very breath. And so on the next inhale, just feel that light expanding. Imagine it like a lotus flower right there in the center of your chest, growing brighter and brighter, bigger and bigger with each breath. And feeling that light as it expands all around you. It's not only healing for your own being, for your own body, for your own heart, but it is healing to those around you. Those sitting on either side of you, those in front of you or behind you. It is a light that fills this room. So just allowing that light to be a calming and peaceful presence, a healing presence to whatever you walked in with today, to whatever you are experiencing in your life, to whatever is happening in our world. Allow this light to be a healing in this moment. And on the next inhale, say silently to yourself, I breathe in peace. And feel that peace wash over you. And on the next inhale, I breathe in love. And allow that love to wash over you. And on the next inhale, I breathe in harmony. And on the next inhale, I breathe in peace. Allowing that peace once again to move through your whole being, vibrating and radiating through every cell, every fiber. And we send that peace from our heart to all beings. To all those in this room, to all those at home, watching online, to all those across this beloved planet of ours. Sending that light, that peace, and that love. We are all one human family. And so just taking a couple of moments in the silence. Feeling that peace. Recognizing right here, right now, that you are that peace. Taking another deep breath. And just feeling the calmness within your heart, within your being, within your mind. And feel yourself fully present to this moment, this time. For this time will never come again in this way. And so we just take in this sacred, present moment. And just feeling gratitude. Gratitude for this opportunity to move into the stillness. And so from this still place, we move into an opening prayer. And so right here in this sacred place, this present moment, we recognize and know that there is one life, one power, one peace, one presence known by many names. And we recognize and know that that presence and that power is found in all things. It is within the very chairs that we sit upon. It is the ground beneath our feet. It is all around us, above us, below us, on either side of us, and within us. For we can never, ever be separated from this essence. Because it is who we are. It is who we have always been. And so I am knowing that this light, this presence, this power, that it is a guiding force in our life, individually and collectively. I am knowing that each person here has been guided here this morning. For I know that there is something here to create an opening, to create a healing, to create inspiration and holy possibility. In this moment, we send our light and our love to those who are suffering, to those who are having a difficult time, to those in Iran and Israel, to our soldiers, to the civilians, to all those who have lost their lives in the last 24 hours, to those who are scared for their lives, not knowing what is to come. And so we just surround all beings with this light and this love that is emanating so beautifully from our being. And we claim and know that there indeed is a spiritual solution to what it is that we are witnessing. And although we may not know what that is, we may not have any idea how it's going to resolve itself, but we know that God is there, that the divine is there in the details and every situation and all that is unfolding in the Middle East. We know that the divine is there. We trust. We trust the divine unfolding that is taking place. And our role is to simply send our light and our love. And to know that there is a higher purpose for all things. And so we feel into this moment gratitude for the opportunity to be aware, to be awake, to be able to have the awareness to understand the light that we are and to know that that light can be sent across the world, touching those, supporting and guiding and healing those across the world, those we will never meet. But because we are all connected, we trust and know that that light is indeed a felt presence, whispering in their ears, you can make it. For we are all in this together. And so with great, great love, great light, great peace, and great gratitude, we release this. We let it go. We hand it over to Spirit that always says yes. And together we say, and so it is.
When dreaming, I'm guided to another world, time and time again. And at sunrise, I fight to stay asleep, 'cause I don't want to leave the comfort of this place. 'Cause there's a hunger, a longing to escape from the life that I live when I'm awake. So let's go there, let's make our escape. Come on, let's go there. Let's ask, can we stay? Can you take me higher to a place where blind men see? Can you take me higher to a place with golden streets? Although I would like our world to me to appreciate those nights and those dreams. But my friend, I'd sacrifice all those nights if I could make the earth and my dreams the same. The only difference is to let love replace all of our hate. So let's go there, let's make our escape. Come on, let's go there, let's ask, can we stay? Can you take me higher to a place where blind men see? Can you take me higher to a place with golden streets? So let's go there, let's go there. Come on, let's go there, let's ask, can we stay? Up high, I feel like I'm alive for the very first time. Set up high, I'm strong enough to make these dreams and make them mine. Set up high, I'm strong enough to take these dreams and make them mine. Can you take me higher to a place where blind men see? Can you take me higher to a place with golden streets? Can you take me higher to a place with golden streets? Can you take me higher to a place where blind men see?
So, I think a lot of you were here last weekend and heard Reverend Barb's talk, which was magnificent. I watched it online. She had so many gems that she talked about. You know, she talked about some of the horrendous things that are going on in our world and the importance of holding a vision. The importance of holding a vision of something else, reimagining a new world. Yeah, you up for that? Yeah. Yeah. You know, there's a popular saying in spiritual circles, and that is, all is well. All is well. And it can be a powerful declaration if, when we say it, we can recognize the deep spiritual truth that exists beneath that situation. Yeah? But oftentimes, when we say all is well, we're using it to bypass. We're using it to bypass something that we don't want to look at, something that we don't want to face, something that we don't want to deal with. Well, all is well. So in that case, it can be damaging. Yeah? And as Rev Barb pointed out, we don't want to whitewash what's going on. We don't want to cover it up with toxic positivity. You know that one. Toxic positivity, yeah. We've used that quite a bit in our movement. I'm just going to call that out, yeah. And it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. So to imagine something else, to reimagine the world in a new way, it's using the power of our mind. When we imagine, think about when you imagine something. You're using your mind. You're using the power of your mind. And when we use the power of our mind to imagine something great, to imagine something that inspires you, to imagine something that touches your heart, you feel it. You feel it in your being when you do that, yes? It brings peace to your heart. It brings joy. It brings a whole different experience when we can imagine something greater. I love what Bell Hooks said. She said, imagination is one of the most powerful tools for liberation. So what happens when we imagine, when we let ourselves imagine? Something shifts within us. Do you know, children get this, don't they? Those of you that have children or grandchildren, they play all the time, except when they're maybe throwing a tantrum, yeah. But they play all the time. Yeah, they understand imagination, and you know, all of us used to as well. There was a time in our life when we all did too, when we were little. We understood that. We used it in our life. We loved imagining. And then we get older, and fear kicks in. Things change a bit, and we stop. We stop playing in that way. So here's a question for you, because imagination, not only can we use it to create positive things and to imagine wonderful, joyous things, but I think a lot of us use imagination to dwell in fear, to dwell in scarcity, to dwell in division. Because when we feel fear, it usually comes from a thought we've had, or it comes from an image we just imagined, the worst case scenario happening in our life or happening in our world. So where in your life have you been using it to dwell in fear? Where have you been using it to dwell in scarcity or in division? So I invite you to reflect on that. So what if we stopped using fear to amplify, stopped using imagination to amplify our fear, and instead to create holy possibility? Holy possibility. So what holy possibility do you want to create in your life? I love that term, holy possibility. What do you want to create in your life? What do you want to begin to imagine happening in your life? You know, it's holy because Spirit is imbued in all of it. Spirit is infused into all of it. That's what makes it holy. That's what makes it sacred. And holy possibility keeps us focused on the future, not from a place of fear, but from a place of imagining something different. Because we know that when we imagine something, when we use the power of the mind to imagine something, it creates a different feeling. It creates a feeling within our body, within our heart, within our being. So there's power in it. Years ago, I was going through a healing journey, and I was looking at all the people in my life that had hurt me in some way. And I was going through some forgiveness stuff. I really wanted to forgive some of these folks. Some of these individuals, I had been holding on to some stuff since I was young. So I was sitting in front of my altar, and I was called to close my eyes and imagine that I was standing in the middle of all of these individuals. There was quite a lot of them. There's probably about 20, 25 people around me. And I was called to go up to each one of them, and I just did this all in my mind, to look them into the eye, to thank them for being a teacher in my life, to thank them for what they brought to my life. And some of these individuals caused tremendous pain. But I went to each one, and I looked them in the eye, and I thanked them. And I bowed in reverence to each one. And as I did that, they bowed to me in return. I can still see it. I can still see it in my mind as if it happened in real life. I can still see it and I can still feel it in my heart. And when I did that, after I was complete, I'll tell you, I felt different. I felt at peace. I could feel the love and the connection and the grace simply by doing that. So our imagination is powerful. So what might shift in your own life if you began to imagine from a place of love, from a place of forgiveness, from a place of wholeness, from a place of holy possibility? What if you began to imagine in your life the things that have been hard and to imagine them from a place of holy possibility? How do you think you would feel? What if we began to imagine holy possibility in our world, in Iran, in Israel, and in our part in it as the United States? What if we began to imagine holy possibility? Do you know, when we imagine in that way, it creates a vortex of energy. And when we do it as a group, it's even more powerful. This is why spiritual community is so critical. Because it creates this energy and this movement of energy. We know that what we focus on expands. It expands because we are powerful creators. So when we imagine something and we do so with great faith and trust, you know, that needs to be a part of it too. There is a movement of energy that takes place. Our founder, Ernest Holmes, said, when we use our creative imagination in strong faith, it will create for us whatever we have formed in thought. In this way, we become a co-creator with God. So the divine takes what it is that we are focused on and says yes. That's what the divine does. So it is a co-creative relationship. It is not one where we just say, okay, God, bring this to me. I want this in my life. That's a Santa Claus God. Yeah? That's not the God that we believe in. It's a co-creative partnership. And so when we join together as a group, yes, individually there is power. Absolutely there's power with us individually, but collectively, that power grows exponentially. So, you know, as Reverend Barb pointed out, she talked about love, and she said that love heals. It does. Love heals. It heals all things. We think that it's simple. Oh, it's too simple. How could love heal? Because it's greater than all things, that's why. Because love is the very essence of our being. Love is what the divine emanates, and we are that. Yeshua, in the Way of Mastery, said, choose love and transcend the suffering that is the world. Transcend it. We have the power to transcend it simply through our intention, just by who we are. You know, I believe it's what we came here to do. It's what we came here to do. It's what we came here to express. We've just forgotten that. All beings are worthy of love. All beings. Doesn't matter who they are. All beings are worthy of it. Someone said to me recently, I see you. I see you. They wrote it in an email. I see you. And I felt like I could take a deeper breath just by having someone say that to me. We all want to be seen. We all want to be heard. We all want to be validated. We all want to be accepted for who we are. Yes? People may have different beliefs, they may have different practices, they may have different ways of being, they may have a totally different worldview. But they all want to be seen. In the book, A Year of Daily Wisdom by Ernest Holmes, he writes this: "Perhaps the most difficult thing for us to perceive is that there is one life running through everything. One presence manifest in everything. The perception of unity sees through all differences to one universal sameness. But unity does not mean uniformity. We do not all have to be alike, think alike, or act alike, but the world is learning that we must all act in unison. The infinite one manifests in infinite variations, each rooted in the one, but each divinely unique in its own right, good, bad, high, low, above and beneath, are all one to the infinite mind." So there is one presence, one power running through all things, all beings, all situations, all circumstances. Do you feel that? If you can't feel it, can you know that? So imagine a world where every person is seen and valued and respected and know their divine worth in this world, where everyone's needs are met. Imagine that. Imagine a world where everyone's needs are met. A world where we actually get to live in grace and ease. You know, we need our imagination to imagine this, let alone accomplish it. We first need to imagine it. We need our imagination to see beyond the walls. Yes? We need our imagination to see beyond politics. We need our imagination to see beyond divisiveness. We need our imagination to be able to do that. I love this quote by Dr. Mark Lamont Hill. He said, "We have to be able to build a world that doesn't even exist yet. That's a different imagination." You know, meditation, prayer, affirmations, visualization, imagination, this is active, participatory spirituality. We can sit at home and we can meditate and we can send our love, and that is powerful, yes. But it becomes active when we add in the practices every day. Because these are blueprints for spiritual engineering. Blueprints for spiritual engineering. They help us create a plan of action. They're tools to create a different reality. And we know that when we partner with the divine in a co-creative partnership, that's where the power is. So we decide what it is that we want, we focus on it, we align with spirit, and we do it as a community, and we begin to see the changes happening in our lives and happening in our world. Reverend Sonia Russell, who's a minister in our movement, says this: "What if our practices are preparing us for reimagining justice? What if our spiritual altars were also design blueprints for equity, love, and belonging? We must return to the idea that imagining a better world is not activism or mysticism. It is both. A better world starts within each of us every single day. It starts here. It starts with us. And then it extends out. So the world we imagine becomes the world that we build. So, in a time that is marked by conflict and divisiveness and war, we are called to imagine something different. Imagination is not fantasy, it's spiritual power. So, our sacred invitation, the sacred invitation that we are being given, we're not waiting for the world to change. We think that we'll just wait and let someone else do it, or we'll just wait and then I'll feel at peace when the world changes, when there's no more war in the Middle East. Then I'll feel at peace. We have to imagine it now. So what I invite you to do is to begin your sacred assignment. Are you ready for your sacred assignment? I think I've been saying it all along, but so choose one area of the world, you don't have to look far, where it feels broken, where it feels stuck. Now, you could start with something in your life. That's okay too. What's an area in your life where you feel stuck, where it feels heavy? And start with that issue, whatever that challenge is, and then ask, if healing was possible here, what would it look like? If healing took place in this area of my life, what would it look like? What would it feel like? Your imagination is not separate from your divine toolkit, it is part of it. And so as you move through your day, pause and ask, am I using my imagination to amplify fear? Or am I using my imagination to reimagine something else? We know that heaven is not a place. Yes, we know that heaven is not a place. It is rather a state of mind. And so therefore, we have the ability to imagine heaven on earth. We have the ability to imagine heaven on earth. Do you know that heaven is here right now? It's right here. It's right here. If we choose it to be, it is here. It is our choice to see it, to recognize it, to feel it, to know it. No matter what we are looking at, to know it. Heaven is the joy that we feel when we slow down and take a breath. And these days, we have to slow down and take lots of deep breaths. And it's in those moments when we feel heaven. When we connect consciously with the Spirit within us. That's heaven. When we can reimagine something else, that's heaven. Because when we reimagine something else, we feel differently. You cannot imagine something inspiring, something joy-filled, something that creates peace. You cannot imagine it without feeling differently, without experiencing heaven on earth. So know that we always are at choice in every moment, and sometimes it's moment by moment by moment by moment. And then we fall off again. And then we choose again. And then we fall off and then we choose again. And with what's happening in our world, it's easy to keep falling off. But as a community, when we're two or more are gathered, yes? Whether we are here in this configuration or not, we are still all connected because we are part of this community. So whether you are online and you've never stepped foot into the sanctuary, or you are here or not, it doesn't matter. We are all connected. We are all connected. So when we as a community choose to reimagine something else, we then give silent permission to others to do the same. And that light goes out and it touches and it heals and it inspires. Do you believe me? Try it out. You don't have to believe me. Try it out yourself. See how it feels. Try it just in your own life. That's your sacred assignment. You willing to take that on? Okay. So as I close today, I invite you to just gently close your eyes if you're comfortable. And just take a sacred breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Consciously connecting to the spirit within you. Whatever name is comfortable for you, it really doesn't matter. Connecting to that divine essence within your heart, within your being. As we gather together as a spiritual community, we know that love has the power to heal. And with that, we have the power to create heaven on earth for ourselves and for all beings. We create heaven on earth as we allow our mind to imagine something different. To imagine a holy possibility. Holy possibilities in our personal lives and in the world around us. We imagine right here, right now, we imagine a world where each and every person is seen, is valued, is loved, is heard, is accepted exactly for who they are. So in this moment, we imagine that. We imagine a world where that exists. We see that in our mind's eye, and we feel that within our heart and within our being. We imagine a world where we are bowing in deep reverence to one another. Bowing in deep reverence. We imagine a world where there is peace and harmony between nations. A world where weapons are laid down and conscious conversations are the norm. See the faces. See the people. See the people celebrating the peace that exists. Celebrating the unity consciousness. Celebrating each other. We imagine a world where love is a felt experience for each and every person, guiding every choice, guiding every decision. As we reimagine a new world and we see and know holy possibilities, we indeed create heaven on earth for ourselves, for our families, and for all of humanity. So just taking a moment to feel that, to imagine that. Feeling that joy in your heart, feeling the peace in your being as you see this in your mind's eye. And knowing that as we see this in our mind's eye, we are helping to create it. We are powerful creators. And so that light, that intention, that knowing is going out and it is transforming. It is healing. It is uplifting all. And so with that, we ground it in by saying, and so it is.
Welcome to your life. There's no turning back. Even while we sleep, we will find you acting on your best behavior. Turn your back on Mother Nature. Everybody wants to rule the world. It's my own design, it's my own remorse, helping me to decide, helping me make the most of freedom and of pleasure. Nothing ever lasts forever. Everybody wants to rule the. There's a room where the lights wanna find you, holding hands while the walls come a-tumbling down. They do, I'll be right behind you. So glad we've almost made it. So sad they had to fade it. Everybody wants to rule the world. I can't stand this indecision, married with a lack of vision. Everybody wants to rule the. Say that you'll never, never, never need it. One headline, why believe it? Everybody wants to rule the world. All for freedom and for pleasure. Nothing ever lasts forever. Everybody wants to rule the world.
Love that you brought in an 80s song. Oh, love the 80s, man. I don't know about anybody else who's here who loved the 80s. Anybody who loved the 80s? Come on now. Oh my God. I know some it drove people nuts, but for me, I grew up in the 80s. Gotta love it. Thank you for that Tears for Fears song. That's great. All right. So, if there's something here today that touched your heart, that inspired you, we just know that our community is being supported by all your beautiful donations, and so thank you for what you give. And there's a number of ways you can give. You can scan the QR code, it'll take you to the website. You can text to the number you see on the screen, or you can mail it, or you can drop it in the basket as well, yeah? We'll take all of that. Thank you so much. So placing your gift over your heart, and let's say our offering affirmation together. I am in alignment with the good that flows through my life. Spirit provides, I gratefully receive, I joyfully share, and the flow continues.
run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for love. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for love. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for love. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for love. One more time. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for love. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for love. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for love.
Woohoo! Thank you, Matt. All right, so I just bless all the prosperity and abundance that is flowing into our beloved community, allowing us to continue to do what we are doing here and in the community and in the world. So grateful. Thank you all. And so it is. Thank you. All right. So a couple of thank yous. Let's give a round of applause to Valerie Vampola. Thank you, Valerie. Valerie was with us many, many years ago when we were in the Loveland Outlet Malls, for those of you that visited us there. So she was with us there, and a little bit when we moved to Unitarian Church. So thank you, Valerie. Good to see you and good to have you with us. And thank you to our incredible sound people, the people running around, the people back in the room. Thank you. And to our incredible welcome team, our hospitality team, our volunteers that arrived here at 7:45 in the morning and helped set up. So thank you. Thank you to all of you. After service, if you would like prayer, our practitioners will be up here. So if there's something on your heart that you would like prayer for, know that they are here for you. You can also write a prayer request on the table in the back and submit that, and we will pray on that all week. So that's also available. All right, so let's stand, if you are willing and able, for our benediction and our closing song. May our hearts remain open. May we remember our wholeness and the light of our true nature. May kindness and compassion guide our every thought and action. May love heal all division and awaken us to our shared unity. May we be at peace and create a world that works for all. Love is who I am. Love is who we are. Love is all there is. Woohoo!
Thank you, God, for everything. Thank you, God, for everything. Thank you, God, for everything. Oh, thank you, God, for everything. Oh, thank you, God, for everything. Oh, thank you, God, for everything. Thank you, God, for everything. Oh, thank you, God, for everything. One more time, though. Let me hear you. Thank